Chapter 288, Maximizing Benefits. Little Tui, I want to ask you a favor. Gong Ling's voice was a little timid. If it was an ordinary student, when a beautiful, gentle, and extremely curvaceous female student called for help, he would have patted his chest and agreed without hesitation. However, Zhu Tui was no longer an ordinary student. Yes, if you encounter any difficulties, just tell me how you need my help. I'll definitely help you if I can. If I can't, I'll think of a way with you. Gong Ling was a fellow villager and classmate who had come with Zhu Tui from Jincheng Prefecture. They have a good relationship now. He had to help Gong Ling. However, Zhu Tui did not dare to agree. It would be awkward if he could not fulfill his promise. Little Tui, it's like this. I need to go out on a clearing mission, but there are only me and Kinking now. Considering that we are not strong enough, safety might be a problem. That's why I would like to ask for your help to do a group clearing mission with us, Gong Ling said over the phone. It was not difficult to team up and do a group clearing mission. Of course, it also depended on the specific location. Do a clearing mission? Gong Ling, why did you suddenly think of doing a clearing mission? The school doesn't have any requirements for clearing missions during the first year, right? Zhu Tui asked. Little Tui, no, it's mainly because I need it myself. Do you need to earn money to cultivate? When he said this, Zhu Tui suddenly felt that he had become a little too straightforward. That's not the reason. It's because of my cultivation. Our plant-type cultivation requires a lot of native plants. The number of native plants that the school had provided me with for my recent cultivation had been used up. Therefore, I wanted to take the opportunity to complete a clearing mission and earn some money. At the same time, I wanted to gather more native plants that I needed to cultivate and increase my abilities. It's just that Kinking and my strength are slightly weaker if we are going out to do a clearing mission. If we encounter any accidents, we might not be able to handle it, so we wanted to ask you for help. After saying that, Gong Ling seemed to feel a little embarrassed. Little Tui, I was just asking. If you're busy and don't have time, then forget it. Sister Kinking and I will think of other ways. I have time. Have you decided on the mission? Where are the specific areas? When do you plan to set off? Zhu Tui agreed after some consideration. On the other end of the line, Gong Ling cheered. Little Tui, I'll send you the information later. The departure time is temporarily set for a week later, but this can be adjusted flexibly. Okay, send it over. I'll see what I need to prepare, Zhu Tui said. Not long after he hung up, Zhu Tui received a set of information on his communication device. The information was a joint request issued by the Genetic Research Institute and the Anshang Genetic Biology Group. It involved 3 types of mutated plants. In addition to the number requirement, the 3 types of mutated plants also had to be processed on the spot. After the number and quality requirements were met, the reward was 900,000. The mission had a time limit of 4 months. It was not limited to a single person or a group. It only required the quantity and quality of the 3 mutated plants. In addition, if these 3 types of mutated plants were obtained in additional quantities, Anshang Genetic Biology Group and the Genetic Research Institute could purchase them. The 3 types of mutated plants provided 2 reference areas for growth. The first was Dongan Ridge, east of the capital, and the second was Kinling Mountain, west of the capital. The range was huge. The search was not easy. The estimated mission time was 5 to 10 days. This was the detailed mission information. The mission was not difficult. With Zhu Tui, Gong Ling, and Zhuo Kinking forming a team, the difficulty of surviving in the wilderness would be reduced. 900,000 yuans. The 3 of them would get 300,000 yuans each. It would take 5 to 10 days to complete, excluding the cost of the preparations and the consumption of various equipment and items. It was already not bad if he could earn 200,000 yuans. The reward was not high, and it was under the prerequisite that everything was going smoothly. Actually, what he earned was hard-earned money. If the current Zhu Tui was the one making the choice, he would definitely not do such a mission. However, it did not matter if he earned less if he helped Gong Ling. In any case, Zhu Tui had plans to go out in the near future. Be it the Dongan Ridge or the Kinling Mountains, the target area was a mountain. Zhu Tui happened to be on his way to observe the mountains. After some consideration, Zhu Tui returned Gong Ling's call. Gong Ling, there's no problem with the mission, but how are the preparations going? There are all kinds of equipment needed to clear the mission. Wilderness survival equipment, repulsive force flying cars, and so on, Zhu Tui asked. Little Tui, don't worry, we're preparing. We've already made a list. It'll be ready in 3 to 5 days at most. Kinking has a flying car. We can just use hers, Gong Ling said. Oh, that's right. I want to bring one more person for this mission, Zhu Tui suddenly said. Bring an extra person? Gong Ling, who was opposite him, was a little hesitant. Little Tui, Kinking's flying car is 3-seater. I'm afraid it won't fit another person. It's fine. I'll drive a repulsive force flying car when the time comes. It's such a long distance. It's not safe for us to only drive a flying car on a mission. We won't be able to deal with any accidents, Zhu Tui said. All right, then I'll prepare 4 portions of various resources. Gong Ling agreed readily. There's no need. You can prepare food and water for 4 people. As for the other personal supplies, we'll take care of the tents in the wilderness. Also, I'll take the time to study the route for the next few days before deciding which area to search for the mutated plants. Okay, Little Tui, with your help, I suddenly feel so relaxed. Gong Ling was very happy. Unintentionally, Zhu Tui had already slowly taken control of the mission. It was not that Zhu Tui had any thoughts. Instead, he purely believed that he had the help of the advanced artificial intelligence supercomputer, a Huang, to analyze the situation. He also had the help of Zhang Ziking, a professional. In terms of planning and choice, he would definitely be better than the 2 young ladies, Gong Ling and Zhuo Qingqing. Zhu Tui hung up the phone and gave Cheng Mo a call. Get ready, I have a group clearing mission. I need a coolie and a meat shield. We'll set off in about a week. He'll send you a list of supplies and personal items later. You can purchase them yourself. Don't count on me, Zhu Tui said directly. All right. Cheng Mo agreed readily on the phone without any nonsense. He did not even say a word about where he was going or what he was going to do. This was probably what a brother was. By the way, from today until we set off, you have to go to the Neural Reaction Speed Training Building every day to undergo reaction speed enhancement training. You have to ensure that you have more than 3 hours of training every day. 3 hours of training? On the phone, Cheng Mo was a little hesitant. The reservations in the Neural Reaction Speed Training Building are basically full every day. A person can only make an hour's worth of reservations a day. Is the Neural Reaction Speed Training slot that popular? Zhu Tui was very surprised. The training building wasn't that busy last time. It's the research that you and Professor Luo conducted that discovered the passive genetic ability chain of the reaction speed of the nerves. Therefore, all the training spots in the training building have been abnormally popular recently. There are lines 24 hours a day, Cheng Mo said. It was all because of Zhu Tui's research results. This made him chuckle. I'll give you the number of a teacher called Liu Lan later. Send her a message. She'll arrange a position for you. You have that connection? Cheng Mo was surprised. Mosey, remember, you have to pay attention to your reaction speed training. Even after you return from this mission, you have to train your reaction speed every day. This is your capital for survival, I understand. After Zhu Tui hung up the phone, he immediately gave Liu Lan a call. There was no need to trouble Luo Shifeng with such a small matter. Liu Lan also agreed readily. What a joke! Zhu Tui was a great researcher in the field of reaction speed. He had called her to ask for a small favor. If she did not cooperate immediately, she would really be out of her mind. She had only gotten some benefits from Zhu Tui previously, and she might have been able to skip a grade and become a senior lecturer. She could not wait to rub against him and help Zhu Tui more. If she had such benefits in the future, she might even be able to become an associate professor in advance. After that, Zhu Tui called Zhang Ziking. Old Zhang, I just sent you the information on the mission. Do you see it? I just finished reading it, Brother Zhu. To be honest, this clearing mission is too low level for you. Moreover, it takes a lot of time. It's simply a waste of time. Why did you choose this mission? Zhang Ziking said bluntly. Half of it is what I need, and the other half is to help my classmates. If you have time, help me research and analyze other clearing missions that can be related to this clearing mission, or other valuable mutated creatures or other valuable gains along the way, Zutui said. I understand. Thieves don't leave empty-handed. Damn, old June, how can you say that? Hee hee, brother Zu, I'm just joking. I'll maximize the benefits. That's right. Also, you have more experience in clearing missions. Help me see if I need any special equipment, then send me a list so that I can prepare it, Zutui said. Understood. I'll try my best to make it as complete as possible so that you can make more money from this trip. June Ziking smiled. Zutui was silent after he hung up. Earning more money was his goal. This was also why he brought Cheng Mo along. He could earn a small sum of money by completing the group clearing mission. Even if they split the profits evenly, Cheng Mo would still earn 150,000 to 200,000 yuans. It was enough for Cheng Mo to cultivate for a period of time. If there were any other gains along the way, then the money he earned this time would allow Cheng Mo to get through this most awkward period of his cultivation. Cultivation required a large amount of resources, but he could not earn money from the abilities he had cultivated. This was the most awkward cultivation period for genetic cultivators. Of course, it was not purely out of consideration. In a team clearing mission, they really needed a strong man. It had to be the kind that could withstand falling. Cheng Mo was very suitable. Huang, how's the progress of the information on the repulsive flying car and the repulsive flying skateboard that I asked you to keep an eye on? Since they were going on a flying mission, a repulsive flying car was a must.